unveiling the forbidden, hidden secrets of the ancient Maya. Deep in the heart of Central America, nestled amidst the vibrant jungles of Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize, lie the remnants of a civilization that thrived over 2,000 years ago. The ancient Maya, known for their magnificent temples and intricate calendar, had a rich culture that continues to fascinate archaeologists and historians even today. Yet beneath the towering temples and the lush vegetation lies a world of darkness, intrigue, and sacrifice that many of us may find hard to fathom. Today, we invite you to embark on a journey back in time to explore the hidden secrets of the ancient Maya, the truth behind their mysterious practices that have been buried for centuries. What we're about to unveil will challenge your perception and leave you questioning the boundaries of human endurance and devotion. Are you ready to venture into the shadows of the ancient past? If so, join us as we delve into the forbidden realm of the Maya and uncover the secrets that have been whispered through the ages. Let's start. The sacred cenote, gateway to death. At the center of the Maya city of Chichen Itza stands an imposing structure known as El Castillo. Its 9 terraces symbolize the heavens, while its steep pyramid hides a secret so chilling it would put any daredevil to shame. Every 260 days, during the spring and fall equinoxes, the shadow of the feathered serpent god Kukulkan slithers down the stairs of the pyramid, a spectacle that has awed and terrified visitors for centuries. But the true horror lies beneath the surface. Deep within the pyramid is a labyrinth of tunnels leading to the most feared place in the city, the sacred cenote. This gaping sinkhole was more than just a natural wonder. It was a portal to the underworld, a gateway to the realm of the dead. When the Maya needed to appease the gods, they turned to the cenote. Men, women, and children were thrown into its murky depths, all in the name of sacrifice. They believed that the rain god Chek demanded such offerings, and he was a god to be appeased. He controlled the rains that sustained their crops and brought life to their land. But his moods were as unpredictable as the storms he commanded. In times of drought, fear gripped the Maya. They knew that Chak was angry, and it was up to them to calm his wrath. Then came the sacrifices, a desperate attempt to buy favor from a vengeful deity. As the priests chanted and drums echoed, victims were lowered into the cenote, one by one, their screams swallowed by the darkness below. The water, once crystal clear, turned a horrifying shade of red, staining the earth with the blood of innocence. Yet the rains still held back. The Maya were trapped in a nightmare, sacrificing their own to appease a god who remained indifferent to their plight. Bloodletting, pain as prayer. The Maya believed that blood was the essence of life and the key to the universe's harmony. To them, bloodletting wasn't just a form of sacrifice, it was a prayer, a way to communicate with the gods. For the Maya, the royal class took this practice to a whole new level. You see, the Maya believed that their rulers were the intermediaries between the gods and the people, so it was only fitting that they participated in bloodletting rituals to show their devotion. Imagine walking into a temple and seeing nobles piercing their tongues, ears, and even genitals with sharp obsidian blades, all while smiling serenely and seemingly unafraid of the pain they endured. That was everyday life for the Maya. And it wasn't just a casual affair. These wounds were carefully made and left open to bleed freely. It was common for them to let their blood drip onto sacred objects or even pour it over their heads as an offering to the gods. Now you might think this is crazy, but to the Maya, this was a way of sustaining the balance of the cosmos. They believed that by shedding their blood, they were giving back to the gods what was rightfully theirs. It was a way to maintain order in the universe. But the question remains, why was it necessary to inflict such pain? The answer lies in the Maya's belief system. They saw blood as the purest form of sacrifice, a way to connect with the gods on a deeper level. By offering their blood, they were giving a part of themselves to the divine, showing their unwavering devotion. It was a painful yet necessary act to ensure the gods' favor and keep the world in balance. Xibalba, the realm of nightmares. The Maya underworld was a terrifying place. The Popol Vuh, their sacred book, tells a story of the hero twins who ventured into this underworld and survived, barely. According to the myth, the twins entered the underworld, also known as Xibalba, place of fright, and faced a series of harrowing trials. They crossed a river of blood, navigated a house filled with jaguars, and outsmarted the Lord of Death himself. But not everyone was so lucky. Many souls who dared to enter Xibalba were trapped there forever, doomed to wander its dark corridors and suffer its cruel punishments. Can you imagine being chased by monstrous creatures, feeling the cold grip of death around you, knowing that escape is impossible? That was the fate of many who lost their way in the underworld. Xibalba was ruled by merciless gods who took great pleasure in tormenting the souls that crossed their path. From the moment a soul entered the underworld, it was subject to their whims, forced to endure whatever trials they devised. Some were locked in caves, others forced to carry heavy burdens. Each day was filled with suffering, a never-ending cycle of pain and despair. The Maya believed that the underworld was a dark and dangerous place, but they also respected it. They knew that the gods who ruled there were powerful and should not be taken lightly. So when someone died, they went to great lengths to ensure their safe passage through Xibalba. They performed rituals, made offerings, and even built elaborate tombs to help guide the soul on its journey. They wanted to ensure that their loved ones would not be trapped in the underworld, suffering endlessly. The ball game of death. In the Maya civilization, every aspect of life was intertwined with religion and the supernatural. Even their games were infused with a sense of the sacred. One such game was the Maya ball game, which was played on a court divided into two halves by a heavy stone slab. The objective of the game was to maneuver a heavy rubber ball through a stone hoop, using only the hips and knees. The Maya took this game very seriously. Players were highly trained athletes who practiced for hours each day to perfect their skills. But the ball game was more than just a test of athleticism. It was a symbolic battle between the living and the dead, the teams representing opposing forces, one dressed as heroes, the other as demons. Each move was laden with meaning, every score a step closer to the underworld. Winning the game was seen as a great honor, a victory over death itself. But losing was not a disgrace either. In fact, it was considered a noble sacrifice. For the Maya believed that the gods sometimes demanded such sacrifices to maintain the balance of the cosmos. Losing the game meant giving up one's life in service to the divine, a final act of devotion before entering the realm of the dead. Child sacrifice and the echo of twins. Archaeologists have recently uncovered a horrifying new discovery, one that sheds light on the dark side of the Maya civilization. In the Maya culture, twins held a special place, often seen as divine messengers, but recent findings reveal that these innocent children were often sacrificed, mirroring the journey of the hero twins in the Popol Vuh. The shocking part, these sacrifices weren't random. They happened during specific Maya rituals. Archaeologists found evidence of Maya boys, some as young as 8 years old, being taken deep into the jungle. There, away from the prying eyes of the world, they were painted in a striking shade of blue, a color sacred to the Maya. They were then led to the heart of a Maya city and offered to the gods. But why? Well, the answer lies in the myths and legends of the Maya. The story of the hero twins resonates throughout history, serving as a reminder of the dangers that awaited those who dared to enter the underworld. These twins, with their bravery and cunning, managed to outsmart the gods of death and return to the world of the living. But their journey was perilous, filled with challenges that tested their strength, intelligence, and resilience. The twins faced a series of trials designed to test their abilities and push them to their limits. They had to navigate treacherous landscapes, solve cryptic puzzles, and confront terrifying creatures, each obstacle more daunting than the last. Through it all, they relied on their wits and bond as brothers to survive. Their journey was not just a physical one, but a spiritual odyssey as well. It was a rite of passage that marked their transformation from ordinary mortals to immortal heroes. The Blue Ritual. Now let's talk about the Blue Ritual, a mysterious practice that has intrigued researchers for years. The Maya often painted themselves and their sacrificial victims in various colors, each with its own significance. Blue, however, holds a special place. It was associated with the sky god, the heavens, and the world beyond. But why were people, particularly those involved in rituals, covered in blue paint? Recent studies suggest that the blue pigment served as a symbol of sacrifice. It was a way to identify those who were chosen or destined to be offered to the gods. In essence, it was a visual representation of their sacred duty, a mark that set them apart from the ordinary. But the Blue Ritual wasn't just about identification. It was also a means of transformation. By covering themselves in blue paint, the Maya believed they could transform themselves, becoming one with the divine. It was a way to connect with the gods, to become vessels through which the divine could manifest. This ritual wasn't just a symbolic act. It was a profound spiritual experience that bound the Maya people to their beliefs and traditions. Each stroke of blue paint was a prayer, a plea for protection, a testament to their unwavering faith. As we wrap up our journey through the hidden secrets of the ancient Maya, we are left with a sense of awe and respect for a civilization that thrived over 2,000 years ago. Their magnificent temples, intricate calendar, and advanced knowledge of astronomy continue to amaze us today. However, it is essential to acknowledge the darker aspects of their culture, including their brutal sacrifices and rituals. Human sacrifice was a significant part of Maya religion, often used to appease the gods and ensure the balance of the cosmos. They believed that by offering human lives, they could maintain harmony between the natural and supernatural worlds. While these practices may seem horrific to us today, it is crucial to understand them within the context of the Maya worldview. For them, it was not merely an act of violence, but a necessary duty to ensure the continuation of life itself. The Maya civilization left behind magnificent ruins and a legacy of wisdom, but also whispers of horrors that history struggles to explain. Beneath the veneer of grandeur lies a dark world of sacrifice, fear, and ancient gods still watching from the shadows. As the jungle reclaims these forgotten cities, their secrets remain, waiting for those brave enough to uncover them.